Video generation AIs, quasi-AGI chatbots, and almost perfect image generation AIs are the norm of our daily life. But where did all of this even come from? With how modern all of this feels, one may think of AI as a fairly recent development, but the roots of what we now know as artificial intelligence date way further back than you may believe. I'm Dennis Panuta, and this is a brief history of artificial intelligence.
At least a console through which you can talk to his friendly local computer and get all the information he needs for his everyday life, like his bank statements, his theater reservations, all the information you need in the course of living in a complex modern society.
You might have heard about the Turing Awards, a prize given to those who bring major advances to the computation industry. The name Turing comes from the well-known English mathematician Alan Turing, the very same man who created the Turing test. In the early 1950s, with the words "Can machines think?" and his paper Computing Machinery and Intelligence, where he introduced the famous Turing test, he set off humanity's craze for reaching true artificial intelligence. However, this would not yet become the mainstream daily occurrence it is today for another half a century. Fast forward a bit, and in 1956 the term artificial intelligence got its official debut at the Dartmouth conference. Little did they know they were sketching the blueprint of humanity's future. A year later, in 1957, it was psychologist Frank Rosenblatt who brought to the public the first true attempt at an artificial intelligence. With the inventions of the Perceptron, he intended to develop a neural network, although still simple, to differentiate between pictures of men and women. This created a newfound hype around AI. However, this hype toned down quite quickly as the simplicity of his neural network due to the lack of power of the computers of the time failed to deliver the results everyone hoped for.
Capable of making over 2,000 mathematical calculations per second.
Although a failed attempt, Frank Rosenblatt will not be forgotten as his work laid the groundwork for what we know now as our modern AI. Over the next years, the race for artificial intelligence started to slow down. Attempts were few and progress was little, a development that led to the so-called AI winter. It was all the way into the 1970s, where expectations were too high to fulfill, funding dried up, and interest cooled off. Then in the 1980s, interest for AI began to rise again, when major companies began achieving major financial gains using AI forecasting systems successfully. Companies like Digital Equipment Corporation leveraged these systems in diagnostics and troubleshooting, setting the stage for AI's integration into business operations. In the late 80s, we finally got the breakthrough we needed: first deep neural networks. Over 20 years after Frank Rosenblatt attempted to use the first one-layered neural network, its biggest flaw found a solution. It was with the works of Geoffrey Hinton, considered one of the godfathers of modern AI, David E. Rumelhart and Jan LeCun, and their development on multi-layered neural networks, when we finally got the necessary tools for modern AI to truly start off. However, there were still two major hurdles to surpass: processing power and training data. As we stepped into the 1990s, the internet began to change everything. Data became more accessible. This was crucial for AI because AI systems learn and improve from data. The more data we had, the smarter the systems could become. It was also during the time that Moore's law, which states that the number of transistors doubles about every 2 years, started to prove its point, making it so that, together with the internet, both of the major hurdles that stopped AI from advancing further seemed to be finally solved. Then the 2000s came. These marked a significant milestone with the development of deep learning techniques, which involved those multi-layered neural networks now capable of achieving remarkable accuracies in image and speech recognition tasks, far surpassing previous methods. This period also saw the rise of social media, providing an even larger dataset for AI systems to learn from.
Now, millions of students use the Facebook.com to list not only their pictures and hobbies, but as a virtual community.
Fast forward to the 2010s, and we witness the era of AI we're familiar with today. Technologies such as GPT, generative pre-trained transformer models, appearing in the late 2010s, have revolutionized natural language processing, enabling a wide range of applications from chatbots to advanced content creation tools. And now, since the initial launch of GPT-1 in 2018 by OpenAI, AI has seen exponential growth year after year. We've seen artificial intelligence advance from a simple idea of thinking machines in the mind of Alan Turing all the way to systems capable of greatly surpassing the famous Turing test, capable to easily achieve the goals that Frank Rosenblatt envisioned and reaching further than even Hinton, Rumelhart and LeCun could have ever imagined. In just a few years, even at the scope of a few months, we have seen the rise of GPT-4 slowly becoming the go-to for millions of people. And even then, promises of even greater models are already around. Promises that you might be already living as your reality, depending on when you are watching this video. So maybe you watch this in the future and it already exists. At the time of recording, we hear constant rumors about how GPT-5 will be infinitely better than any current language models. How OpenAI's Sora AI will generate almost perfect AI videos, including sound effects. Promises of AI music production for several minute-long songs with no noticeable artifacts. Even going as far as hearing the words AGI, so artificial general intelligence, in sentences about near-future AI systems with OpenAI's Q-Star, just when a few months back AGI was still nothing more than a dream. And now that AI video generators, quasi-AGI chatbots, and almost perfect image generators form part of our everyday lives, one can only imagine what our future will look like in the coming years.
How many years away do you think we are from a neural network being able to do anything that a brain can do?
I don't know. It's very hard to predict the future beyond 5 years. I don't think it'll happen in the next 5 years. Beyond that, it's all a kind of fog, so I'd be very cautious about making a prediction.
This has been our look into the past of what made our modern AI-driven world exist. A lot has happened, many breakthroughs were needed, and much has yet to come. I, for one, am excited about where this new era is going to lead us. But one thing is clear, AI is here to stay, so let's make the most out of it and take our place in this new world. Please subscribe so that you don't miss out on other AI-related videos, and check out my website aidennis.com for amazing AI cheat sheets that you will love. This has been Dennis Panuta, and I thank you for watching. So, see you in the next one.